Hello, this is Makayla McDonald. This is Food Peace Body Love. Welcome to the channel. I am so excited about this YouTube channel, and I don't exactly know what all will happen with it, but I'm very excited to find out. The main mission of this channel is to share tapping with the world and to share it in a way that I feel is really potent. And especially on the themes of food and body and peace and love, right? Food, peace, body, love. It's in the name. So I feel like I have a unique perspective when it comes to tapping because I've been around it so long. I've been aware of tapping. I've worked with tapping since I was like 10 years old, so a long time ago. And so I've been loosely aware of it for years and years. And I've worked with it very intensely in a very immersive way since 2014. And through the course of my relationship with tapping, with EFT, I've gone through a lot of different feelings about it. Because when I was younger, tapping felt kind of scary to me because it did bring me more into my body. It did bring me more into connection with what I was feeling. And I would get overwhelmed. I would get completely overwhelmed. It felt like I was opening up the floodgates and they would never close, and I was going to just die and drown in my feelings. And as time went on and I learned about different tappers and how they use it and learned about ways to use tapping differently and just kind of took more ownership of it, I've made friends with tapping. And especially in the last 4 years where I've studied faster EFT, I've studied, with Gary Craig and all of his core videos. I studied with Brittany Watkins. There's just been a deepening of my understanding of tapping. Jessica Ortner and Nick Ortner, they're great. Brad Yates and all of his teaching. So there's been a major deepening. I'm kind of name dropping here if you didn't notice. There's been a major deepening in my understanding of tapping and my experience of it. It's very important to me that my background in somatics and like dance therapy and somatic psychology and yoga is included in what I'm sharing about tapping, because that was, I think, in a way, kind of the missing piece. The combination of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and somatics really helped tapping to click for me, because it helped me to drop into more of the subtleties of what were going on with the tapping, to notice when things were changing, to even slow things down enough and contain them enough so that I didn't go into pretty much a trauma response. That's what was happening all those years when I would try to do tapping and I would get flooded and overwhelmed. I was going into a trauma response, which is so normal. And now I know how to slow things down, contain them, and key in, focus in on things like sensation, like how we're internally representing something with visuals or sounds or whatever, to make it specific enough that you can work with it. It's so common when someone's new to tapping that they don't quite know how to tap on things and they feel overwhelmed and they don't experience a lot of shift because they don't get specific enough. And they also get hung up on the words. So one of the main ways that I like to not worry about the words is to, before you tap, to really connect with the impact of the thought or the experience or whatever it is on your system. So what's your breathing like? Is there tension or expansion in your body? Is there tightness? Is there heaviness? Is there lightness? Is there movement? Is there stillness? So just kind of noticing sensations, noticing how something impacts you in a way on a nonverbal level, right? Because this is just sensation. It's not even the judgment of sad, mad, any of that. So just connecting with the sensation and then tapping from there. And I'll give you words to say that might feel especially juicy or might feel like they don't apply. But just connecting with the sensation at the beginning, I've found to be incredibly helpful with making the tapping work, really, because you're showing yourself, okay, this is the part where I'm panicking, this is the part where I feel uncomfortable, this is the part where I feel numb. And then as you tap and you're sending that relaxation signal to your amygdala, it's including that part that feels stressed about, oh, we can relax about this. We can relax. We're okay. We can, whatever is going on there, we can relax that. So that's a very brief summary of me and tapping and how much I love it and some of the nuance that I really think is important to bring to it. And that's just really created a lot of relief for me. There's so many ways to use tapping, and there's so many great resources out there, and I'm honored to be one of them. So here we are. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via my website. You can comment here. My website's probably the safest bet, but I welcome you. Please subscribe and share, and let's get into it. Okay, bye.